Okay, so let's just start by settling into our posture. And if you are sitting at a desk with your feet down on the ground, have them in a parallel position. Knees maybe your hips width apart. And, it's good to sit on top of your sits bones, particularly if you're in the cross-legged position. And imagine your spine is a string of pearls of light. So you're really lengthening your spine, putting some space in between the vertebrae. Putting some air almost in between all of your muscles and ligaments and tendons. So much going on to keep us upright. And as we get older, gravity takes over and we get rounded in the shoulders. So really imagine your shoulders just up, back and down and lengthen. You can also imagine, this is not in the text in terms of sitting for meditation, but you might hear it in a yoga class or some such thing. You can imagine that maybe someone has another string of light from the center of your chest, maybe your sternum, and you can imagine that's being very gently pulled again. So your ribs aren't popping out, you're lengthening, but there's also an opening of the heart. Think of it like that. That helps to counteract some of the rounding in the back. And imagine your ears are aligned with your shoulders. Just keep lengthening. So while we're lengthening, it helps to allow all the energy to flow a little bit more easily through the body, through the central channel. Allow your head to tip forward slightly. Tip of the tongue is on the roof of the mouth. And relax the jaw. And take a nice deep breath. Just imagine you're relaxing your body. You're just letting everything go from the crown of the head all the way down to the feet. And particularly on the way down, don't forget your jaw. Nice and relaxed. And take a nice deep breath. And bring your attention to the breath as you're inhaling and exhaling. If there are any sounds in your environment, just to allow those sounds to be there. Trying not to investigate. And then whatever thoughts are arising in the mind, just allow them. Try not to judge or criticize, just be happy to know what's there, really, so it doesn't take us by surprise. Once we know what's in our mind, we can deal with it. Now bring to mind all these people of our life, our loved ones, our not so loved ones, and our strangers. Really try and see them there, remembering they're all equal, same as you and me, in their wish to be happy and their wish to be free from suffering. And we all have this unbelievable potential, even those people we don't like. So then we'll do this meditation, these praises for the benefit of all these people of our life, and by extension, all sentient beings. And I have a friend of our neighbor, Jim, who's actually was in Hawaii when he got knocked down by a car, 70. He seems to be in a coma. And then Mary's sister, Mary, I didn't have her name off the top of my head. Yep, so I think we'll do these meditations this morning for these people. And there's anyone else in your mind that you'd like to include. Okay, so just settle for a moment. No, I think we'll do the meditation first, and then we can do the praises. Okay. Julie is Mary's sister. Okay, here's our Tara. So imagine Tara's in the space before you. She's emerald green in color, but made of light. Translucent, radiant, blissful light. Kind of like a hologram there in front of you, except maybe a little bit more solid. Anyway, this light body, she's seated on a lotus and a moon. And you can imagine she's the manifestation of all the Buddha's omniscience, love, and compassion, and is in the nature of light. So everything about your visualization is light and bright. Imagine it very bright. And her left leg is drawn up, and this signifies her complete control over desire. And her right leg is extended, and this kind of indicates that she's ready to get up at any moment to help all sentient beings. And her left hand is at her heart in the refuge gesture with the palm facing outward, and the thumb and the ring finger are joined. And the remaining 3 fingers are raised. And her right hand is on her right knee in the gesture of granting sublime realizations. And the palm is facing outward with the fingers loosely pointing down, and each hand she's holding the stem of a blue Utpala flower, also made of light. And this is a symbol of the unblocking of the central channel. And she's beautifully adorned with silk garments. Sometimes they say dakini silk or dakini dress, but it's in the, we know how the Royal Indian style. And she's got beautiful jewelry. And she's smiling at you and all those people of your life. And she's radiating love and compassion and kindness. So all the sentient beings are surrounding you. In this text, it says in human form. And the people you're close to are behind you as a support. And those you don't like are in front. And all the rest are either side. And you're completely surrounded by all sentient beings as far as the eye can see. So if that's too much for your mind, just as many as you can imagine, fit in as many as you can imagine here. And go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Supreme Assembly. By my practice of giving and the other perfections, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. And may all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. And may all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment and anger, that hold some close and others distant. So I want to read you this little prayer. Om, I prostrate to the goddess, foe destroyer, liberating Lady Tara. Homage to Tare, savioress heroine, with Tutare, dispelling all fears, granting all benefits with Ture, to her with sound, Svaha, I bow. So the story behind that little prayer, we're going to recite the long praises to Tara at the end of the meditation. But the 5-line prayer, which we recite at the end of the practice, in the 10th century, the translator for Atisha, that was the great Indian teacher who lived in Tibet, became ill. Dom Trompa, Atisha's disciple, predicted that if the translator recited the 21 verses in praise of Tara 10,000 times, he would recover from his illness. The man was, however, too sick to recite this long prayer, so Atisha, who had direct communication with Tara, of course, requested her advice, and she gave him the 5-line prayer, a single repetition, of which is equivalent to the recitation of the 21 verses. And the translator completed the 10,000 repetitions and soon after recovered fully from his illness. And so this is a very kind way of enabling someone to be able to do a practice when they're not able to. So the benefits are still there. And also he would have recited the prayer with a lot of faith in his heart. So we can recite it a couple more times. I'll recite it. I prostrate to the goddess, foe destroyer, liberating Lady Tara. Homage to Tare, savioress heroine, with Tutare, dispelling all fears, granting all benefits with Ture. To her with sound, Svaha, I bow. All I prostrate to the goddess, foe destroyer, liberating Lady Tara. Homage to Tare, savioress heroine, with Tutare, dispelling all fears, granting all benefits with Ture. To her with sound, Svaha, I bow. So now imagine rays of light, and they have nectar running down them, like raindrops running down a wire. And this is emanating from the point where Tara's left thumb and ring finger touch. And the rays and nectar flow down. They're just flowing continuously, and they reach you, and also at the same time, all the sentient beings around you. And they're purifying your hindrances to any Dharma practice and your obscurations to liberation and enlightenment. And you can remember any problems of all the people you are praying for, and think of all the sufferings and troubles being experienced by the sentient beings surrounding you. Maybe there's people fighting wars, people feeling ill or lonely, and just because it seems to have slipped out of the news, people are still suffering in Turkey and Syria. People full of anger and pride or jealousy. And as the rays and nectar enter their bodies and minds, their suffering and the causes of all their suffering are completely extinguished. So just imagine this. We'll do this one first as we recite the mantra. Om Tare Tutare Ture Soha. 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 So I really think with, strong conviction that Tara has accepted your request and answered your prayers, and you're completely purified. And your body feels blissful and light. And now imagine this time from that place in front of Tara's heart, emanating from the point where Tara's left thumb and ring finger touch, again running down that wire with a continuous flow, this time golden nectar, and carrying with all the blessings of Tara's enlightened mind. And you can imagine that you and all beings becoming one with Tara, receiving all these blessings. And with each, maybe with each mantra that we recite, you can imagine an identical Tara emanates from the Tara visualized in front of you and also dissolves into you, and you become completely one with Tara's holy body, speech, and mind as you recite the mantra a second time. Om Tare Tutare Ture Soha. 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 So just stay in meditation. You imagine your body feels blissful and light. I'm wondering if you people are seeing both Tara and the text. You are? Okay. Okay. So here's the 5-line prayer again. Om, I prostrate to the goddess, foe destroyer, liberating Lady Tara. Homage to Tare, savioress, heroine, with Tutare, dispelling all fears, granting all benefits with Ture, to her with sound, Svaha, I bow. Om, I prostrate to the goddess, foe destroyer, liberating Lady Tara. Homage to Tare, savioress, heroine, with Tutare, dispelling all fears, granting all benefits with Ture, to her with sound, Svaha, I bow. Om, I prostrate to the goddess, foe destroyer, liberating Lady Tara. Homage to Tare, savioress, heroine, with Tutare, dispelling all fears, granting all benefits with Ture, to her with sound, Svaha, I bow. Okay, so now we'll do the praises in English. Om, I prostrate to the noble transcend liberator. Homage Tara, swift heroic, eyesight lightning instantaneous, sprung from opening stamens of the Lord of Three Worlds, tear-born lotus. Homage she whose face combines 100 autumn moons at fullest, blazing with light rays resplendent as 1,000-star collection. Homage golden blue on lotus, water-born in hand adorned, giving effort calm austerities, patience meditation her sphere. Homage crown of Tathagatas, actions triumph without limit, reload on by conquerors' children, having reached every perfection. Homage filling with Tutare, whom desire direction and space, trampling with her feet the 7 worlds, able to draw forth all beings. Homage worshipped by the All-Lord, Chakra, Agni, Brahma, Marud, honored by the host of spirits, gods, races, Gandharvas, Yakshas. Homage with her tray and pay sounds, destroying first magic diagrams, her feet pressing left out right in, blazing in a raging fire blaze. Homage to a very dreadful, destroyer of Mara's champions, she with frowning lotus visage, who is slayer of all enemies. Homage at the heart her fingers, adorn her with ritual mudra, light rays masses all excited, all directions wheels adorn her. Homage she so joyous, radiant, crown emitting garlands of light, mirthful laughing with Tutare, subjugating Mara's devas. Homage she able to summon all earth guardians assembly, shaking, frowning with her home sign, savoring from every misfortune. Homage crown adorned with crescent, moon all ornaments most shining, Amitabha in her hair knot, sending out much light eternal. Homage she mid-wreath ablaze like eon-ending fire abiding, righteous lip and joy surrounds you, troops of enemies destroying. Homage she who strikes the ground with her palm and with her foot beats it, scowling with her letter home, the 7 levels she does conquer. Homage happy, virtuous, peaceful, she whose field is peace nirvana, she endowed with Om and Soha, destroyer of the great evil. Homage she with joy surrounded, tearing first bodies asunder, freeze with home and knowledge mantra, arrangement of the 10 letters. Homage to a wizard letter of the shape of syllable hum, by foot stamping shakes her 3 worlds, Mira, Mandara, and Vinya. Homage holding in her hand the Hemak moon of Deva lake form, with twice spoken Tara and Te, totally dispelling poison. Homage she whom gods and their kings and the Kinnaras do honor, armored in all joyful splendor, she dispels bad dreams and conflicts. Homage she whose 2 eyes bright with radiance of sun and full moon, with twice Hara and Tutare, she dispels every contagion. Homage full of liberating, powered by the set of 3 natures, destroys hopes of spirits, yakshas, and race corpses supreme Ture. These praises with root mantras and prostrations are 21. And so here are the benefits. Whoever is endowed with devotion for the goddess and recites this with supreme faith, remembering it at dawn, upon waking and in the evenings, will be granted all fearlessness, will perfectly pacify all negativities, and will eliminate all unfortunate migrations. There we are. That's enough of that. Okay, so just before we finish, just go back into your meditation and just imagine you've received all the blessings of the mantra and of the praises, the long praise and the short praise. And this practice is sitting beautifully in your consciousness. It's in your mind stream now. It's not going anywhere. And just imagine you've received all the blessings and your body feels blissful and light. You're ready to get up and move and do your day. And while you're meditating, imagine your mind is expanding. And think of all the people you're likely to come in contact with today. And imagine they too are receiving all the blessings that you've just received from Tara. So each person you come in contact with today will also be somehow touched by Tara's blessings. Her good fortune, her love, her kindness, her wisdom, compassion. Let's just dedicate all the merit that we've created this morning, doing these praises, reciting the mantra, doing the meditation to the benefit of all those people of our life, and by extension, all sentient beings. Actually, we have one person here it's not morning for them. But anyway, lots of love, everybody. Do take care. Have a wonderful day or evening or wherever you are. And I look forward to seeing some of you this evening. Okay.